All right, guys. So happy Sunday. First off, congratulations to yourself for taking time out to get on here because guess what? That's one thing that you've been able to put time aside for to get on the Zoom tonight. So that shows already, first off, that you have that commitment or that you're trying to put your efforts forth towards getting to where you want to be. Um, Hopefully you'll be gaining so much from this Zoom tonight because I got some girls from my team and some girls from Alonda's team, Team Diamonds and Team Volume, that's going to be on here, giving you guys some tips as to things that they've been utilizing that's been working for them towards how many customers they've already gotten this month and distributors and things like that, just so you can get an overall number. So that's a heads up to you guys that I'm gonna be calling on. Just get an estimation together as to your enrollments for this month because I'm gonna ask you that question. But I want to first off just get you guys started up with thinking a little bit and making sure everybody has mindset in place, meaning that you understand exactly how the business works. That this is something that if you're utilizing it for your hobby, that's fine. If you're utilizing it to actually earn money to get you to where you want to be, towards maybe one day being diamond and above, and okay. So come on, no taxes, okay? You gonna throw me off. So utilizing maybe going diamond or above or double diamond. I mean, a lot of our goals are for double diamond. Okay, a lot of us is for double diamond, and that's the goal that I've been putting out there for my girls. So that's an extra 4,000 a month. So getting there is going to take some hard work. It's going to take some struggle. It's going to take some sacrifice. Oh, friend, friend, friend. You're messing up my thoughts. I'm turning the phone over. So I want y'all to ask yourself this question. How you handle things in life, right, is based on the influence you have in your life. So if something hits you hard in life, how do you respond to it? What do you do? Do you close down and just stay to yourself? Do you open up and look towards those people that are influencers that you feel like are a part of your life that will help you with building yourself up? Um, okay, hold on. Oh, there we go. How are you? And you can put this in the chats by all means because this is interactive. So I want to be able to talk to all of you guys. But when something hits you, what do you do? Are you a shell, or do you open up, or do you find ways to build your way out of it? Because that's the same thing that's going to happen with the business. There's going to be times where you're building your way to get to the top, and then next thing you know, you're going to get hit with something. That's all the time because that's a part of life. When you get hit with something, you find your way to build your way back up, and you build your way out of it. So that's what's going to happen within this business because that's also the same thing that happened within life. So I would like you guys to just understand that and know, do you have people that you're able to go to where you don't have to necessarily tell them your issue, but you can be able to go to that place or those people to be able to either bring you out of that shell or be able to lift you past it, because you don't want those people in your life where when things hit you, they're the people that's like, yes, something hit her, let me hit her even harder so she can get lower. No, that's not what you want. You want those people around you that can either build you up back to where you need to be or continue your process even higher. And it may hurt from whomever these people are that's going to be coming at you or giving you that energy that you need to build up. But at the same time, if that's what you need, then that's what you got to have behind you and around you. Okay. So just, think on that. Thank you, Shakira, for being honest about that and opening up and saying that, because that already took enough courage and guts to be able to do that. I am that same way, but some people that know me understand that when, hold on, something ain't right with her, let me check. And I'll open up and switch it up. Or I now have triggers that's in place where I know who I need to go to and what I need to focus on, where it'll pull me out of it, or it will change things and be like, I don't even know why I let them in. Or for example, in the mornings, I'll just drink coffee with 2 TFX and that'll pull me out. because my energy is so high. I don't have time to think about negativity. So things like that is what I wanted to talk to you guys about in reference to that. Also, one other thing before I get them on, and just understand this and just let it maybe marinate a little bit. Some of you guys are looking to one day being your business owners and being able to work this business full time. Some of you guys are probably just always going to want to work for someone at the same time as working the business. It's fine. That's just how it's going to be. But you guys need to understand the difference in your mindset. That's the employee mindset versus the entrepreneur mindset, right? That employee mindset, when you're going to have people that come into your business, they're going to come into your business and they're going to need to understand that this is a business, first off, and you need to put those guidelines in place with them. What type of goals they want? Are they looking to make this a full-time commitment? Are they looking to actually earn more than just the extra couple $100s? Is this something that they would like to maybe one day make a lifetime goal for them to be able to maybe one day do full time? Because a lot of people are stuck in that employee mindset. And what I mean by employee mindset is people that are looking for security, safety, and guarantee. And they have that within an employee mindset. That's what they have. If someone goes to their job, they can do nothing all day and just sit there and get paid for it. That's considered the guarantee, and that's safety, and that's security. Well, with the entrepreneur mindset, that person knows that they're not going to earn any income unless they put in effort and actually put something into their business. That's how they're going to be able to get ahead in their business. But if they got that mindset in place where I'll just go to work, and if that's their mindset, then that's not the person that you need in your business. Because guess what? That person is showing you right there off the back that the only thing they're looking for is just handouts. They're looking for everything to be given to them. They're not looking to build their business. They're looking for you to be able to do everything for them. And guess what happens when that happens? When you build everything for them, it falls. Because guess what? It wasn't built off their entrepreneur mindset. It was built off the employee one, where it's going to fall because they're not trying to build it back up. So that's stuff you learn over time with being in the business and having that personal development put in place with you. But I just wanted you guys to actually see and understand, like, dang, you know what? That might be the reason I'm not going all in with my business, is because I love that guarantee and security that I got going on over here. I might just be comfortable with that. And that might be why I'm scared to actually put my all and be able to give my 100% and be all in with my business, is because I don't want to let go of that security I got sitting over here. Well, if you don't let it go, you don't let your business flourish. My business went full time almost 6 years ago. And after I let that business go and I was finally able to be free of that, of working for someone else, I was able to accomplish so much more, and my check doubled. And I'm like, wait a minute, this was holding me back. So while you giving your 500% to someone else, you could be doing that same thing with your business. It's not hard to just give 2 hours a day for 3 days a week. 2 hours a day, 3 days a week. Put that time aside. Rusty already informed us and told us about this, how we can break it down and how we can make the most of it from doing that, and how you can utilize those 2 hours for 3 days a week or 1 hour for 6 days a week towards building your business. And we have so many different tasks that I've actually given you, even on the last Zoom we did, the last lives and things like that, towards how you can be productive within that time frame to help with growing your business. And for you guys that are doing pop-ups and things like that, which we do too, you can utilize it that way, and that'll make you even more money to be even more successful. So just understand that. And if you're doing this business where you want it to be a full-time thing for you, to be on that level of, thousands of dollars, or being even at that ambassador diamond level, just know you're going to get hit. That's just going to be a part of it. But just how you accept that hit and how you take it is going to be the difference. I'm going to use an analogy real quick, and then we're going to start on getting you guys on to hear about the different people, giving you guys their tips on volume that's producing for them, and then also towards enrollments that's helping them. I'm going to give you an analogy as far as boxing go, right? So boxers, that's all they do is get hit, right? But if they get hit one time, you think they quit? No, they're trained to get hit. They're trained to take hits so that they can then, you know, be the winner from it. That's just how it goes. They don't get hit one time and be like, oh, I'm done. Nope, time out. I'm over it. Nope, this ain't what I signed up for. Nope. No, because that's a part of life. So with your personal development and you continuing to strive by doing your personal development, you grow from it. And in our case, what happens is people start talking in your ear like, no, I don't want to sign up with you. No, I want to go over there with them. They doing bigger things over there. I want to go over there with them where they doing training like 15 hours a week. I want to go over 15 hours a day. I want to go over there. You know, they winning over there. They bougie over there. I want to go over there. Versus, you know, that's what's going to be happening in your head. Trust me, because that happens with me. And I just let it go. I don't let it bother me anymore. Because you have to understand, if you're being you and being your full you and not trying to be someone else that you're not, then you don't let it bother you. You let it go, because guess what? You probably dodged a whole bullet. I know a lot of bullets I've dodged. So just understand that and get that analogy. You know, boxers do it all the time. They take them punches and they get back up. Same thing with us. We take those punches and we get back up. We don't let it hurt us. All we do is learn from it. We learn now how they're able to move, what their maneuvers are, how they're able to, I forgot, combinations. That's the word I'm looking for. How they punch with combinations and things. You start learning their skills, and then you move on past them and learn from it. So I want to bring on with you guys. Exactly. If you don't work, you don't. Exactly. If you don't work, you don't eat. And I like that. That keeps you hungry, and that keeps you always pushing towards what you want to get accomplished. So not necessarily, friend. All right, so I'm going to start first with my enrollers, and then I'm going to go over to my volumers, because we got two girls on that's going to come on tonight to tell you guys about them accumulating some heavy volume, versus two girls going to tell you guys about how they've attracted a lot of customers. So I'm going to start first with Jasmine, and then I'm going to go over to Team Volume, and then go to Danita, and then with that, Jasmine, Chantel, Danita, Jackie. All right, so Jasmine, you coming up first. Unmute yourself for me. What you all cheesy for? There we go.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? The TV's in the background. Should I go upstairs?
Yes, you're good. So first off, who are you? Where you from? How long you been in? And then tell us a quick gif about what's been happening this month for you.
Okay, my name is Jasmine. I am from Seattle, Washington. I've been in the business since March, I believe. And what I'm seeing a lot of good interaction with is host to post still work, you guys. They still work. What I just try to do is try to stay relevant, try to stay in people's faces. What works most for me really is I do morning lives, and I've actually turned it from it just being totally about the products to making it into like a motivational morning thing to get multiple different crowds of people involved, because once they're on and then you splash in some products, I mean, they're already watching. So I get a lot of inboxes from that. So I'll start it with the motivational thing, and then I'll dip into the product, go back to motivation. I mean, you know, once they're engaged, it's easier to smooth it in there instead of just, hi, this is my product and this is what it does for me, and you know, the same thing every day. So I try to switch it up. Yeah, staying consistent, follow up. It's a numbers game, really, and I had to learn that the hard way because I think when I first started, I went Ruby in my first 30 days, and then I think I got a little bit comfortable, and I started having less conversations, thinking that, oh, I could just do this with my lives, or I can just do this, you know, I've already done it before, I can do it again. But I cut out that factor of it being how many people I was actually talking to. So you definitely have to be resilient. Because you're gonna get way more no's than you're gonna get yeses, you guys. That's just inevitable. That's why it is a numbers game. The more people you talk to, the higher chances of people signing up. And just because they say no the first time doesn't mean stop asking.
So besides, is everyone like just inboxing you based off your live, or is it additional posts helping? Is it stories helping? Is it
it's okay, so it's lives. A lot of them come from lives. I do get a lot of engagement from my stories as well. And then lately I've been throwing in just like random posts. Like the other day I did a singles post like, hey, I'm gonna be a matchmaker, drop your picture if you're single. Literally that got over 200 comments on it, and I'm gonna do a speed dating event now and throw the products in there. I'm gonna have a product table. So you never know just from doing random posts what it could turn into, because I mean I started it as a joke just to reset my algorithm, but now it's going to turn into something else. So yeah, the engagement posts, so more people can see your stuff, and yeah, that's been working a lot.
All right, and what's your enrollment count estimation for this month?
Oh God.
I said, ask y'all, supposed to be ready.
6 or 7 this month, which is low for me, but yeah, 6 or 7.
All right, cool. All right, thanks. And if I come up with something, I'll come back to you. Let me go on over to Chantel real quick. I think she had probably popped in and off on here. Hey, Chantel.
Hey, Carissa.
Hey, so Chantel, Team Diamond, just tell us, who you are.
Team Volume.
Your name, where you from?
I am Chantel. I am part of Team Volume. I am from Blackwood, New Jersey. I work around the corner from Carissa. I have utilized her many a days, drove to her house for certain things. I'm going to tell y'all, we are on different teams, but on the same team, being the same lineage, family. And she has been awesome. I want everybody to know that. I want you to know that.
I'm grateful for our team. I'm grateful for the fact that we can all work together.
Right.
Envy and jealousy and all that crap don't exist within. I love that. So, like I was saying, like we dodged a lot of bullets by not having certain people around, and you just get hit. But time you take those hits and for what to come afterwards, and we are what happened afterwards. So I'm grateful. Right. I'm grateful for second cousins, because Alanda's my
right. Okay, what's your question?
All right.
I got the questions.
Oh, go ahead, Alanda. Take over, boo. I thought you was staying mute. Go on, take over.
Hello, everybody. So I'm not on video because I'm multitasking, but good evening, everyone. Carissa, thank you for putting this together.
No problem. This was Danika's doing, girl. She said she want this. I said, all right, let's do it then.
Awesome.
So
Chantel, I got 3 questions for you. My first one is, you've had months where you didn't hit a minimum expected goal of 400 personal business volume. You've also had months where you have doubled that plus just in 30 days. What was the difference between the two?
My action. I had no action. It was like Carissa was saying in the beginning, if we don't move, if we don't work, we're not going to produce anything. So Jasmine hit on something that was really good when she said comfortable. You get comfortable. Because a couple of months I had like 18, I had a lot of personal business volume. So I would get comfortable. So then when you get comfortable, you forget what you're supposed to do. And unfortunately, and fortunately, because I'm blessed and highly favored, and I'm thankful for that, I do have a job, because some people don't have that. But because I have a job, I allow the job to get in the way a lot of times. And with the job and the devil, they work together to play with your head. You know what I'm saying? So like Carissa was saying, we get into that mindset. As much as I want, and I know I want it, I allow other outside influences and outside, what is it? Things to get in the way. It was another word I wanted to use, but things to get in the way of me doing what I know I need to do and what I know how to do. If that makes any sense. So I've been on this journey though, y'all. I'm telling you, I've been on this journey where I'm doing a lot of outside stuff. I'm doing a lot of belly to belly, and making relationships with people outside of Facebook. But what I need to do is incorporate both of them. So I'm trying to do both. I got one down and I'm doing the other one. So once I get both, I'm going. Y'all hear that? That's an explosion. Y'all watch and see. Y'all watch and see. I'm not gonna have those issues anymore.
So basically, you're in a full agreement with both Carissa and Jasmine. Saying no action, no volume.
No volume.
Or volume.
That's it.
Okay.
That's
Number
it.
2.
I know that.
Okay. Number 2. How different is the feeling when you end the month well over 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 personal business volume, 1,000 personal business volume? How different does that feel as opposed to barely scraping 400?
It feels great. It's a great feeling of accomplishment. Like, you can see you put work in. So when I don't hit the 400, I'm like, what the crap? I start cursing myself out to myself. And a lot of times, like I said, I let things get in the way. So I don't see it until maybe the end of the month. And it's like, Chantel, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Because I'm engulfed in doing some other things that really aren't producing volume. It's doing other things, but not producing the volume that I needed to do.
Okay.
So I feel seriously, I feel awesome when I make my mark, because we pride ourselves in team volume. We want 400 at minimum, 400 minimum. So I feel like crap when I don't do it, but when I get it, it's like, hey, I'm dancing. And then I get shout outs and stuff. I like the shout outs.
Okay, so last but not least, and I want you to be specific with this, because you've been a distributor. You've been a part of the It Works family now for almost 6 years.
Right.
What volume producing advice would you tell? This is 2-part. What volume producing advice would you tell yourself if you could speak to you way back when you started in 2014?
Host a post.
Okay. And would you give that same advice to someone who's on the Zoom tonight listening, who's relatively new or who has not, they may not necessarily be new, but they've never hit the 400 before, or they've only hit it once or twice? What advice, volume producing advice, very specific, would you tell that distributor to get them to their 400, to their 800, to their 1,200?
I would say it's a 2-part thing. Host a post, I know they work. Like Jasmine said, like everybody is saying, they do work. They do get people opening, and you're able to open up conversations with them to help them. But not only that, just talking to everybody. It's two parts to that for me. I would tell them, just talk to everyone. You've seen me in the airports. When I first started, I wasn't talking to everybody. I was a spectator. You know what I'm saying? I was a spectator. I did certain things. I loved events from the beginning, but I didn't talk to everybody. So talking to everybody you see, everybody you meet, no matter how you get to have a conversation with them, because, I would go in the airport and I'd be like, ooh, I like your green shirt. I'll pick a color that they have on and act like that's my favorite color, or act like, oh, that's what I thought I was going to wear today, or whatever the case is, just to spark up a conversation. So, and doing the host a post, like I would tell myself, girl, ask people to help you build your business by posting for you. you know, and that way it'll open up conversations for me. Because back then, Host to Post would have been awesome for me had I known about them back then in the way that we do them now. Had I known about them, that would have been really, really awesome because I wasn't readily available to and ready to talk to people. So I would tell myself, that's what I would tell myself.
Got it. Very, very good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
I like those questions. That was good. That was like some home hitting. I would tell myself to move with urgency faster. I know I move fast, but I'm like, nah, you can go even faster, chick. Like, move faster. That's
Okay.
what y'all know I get ADD and I start playing with the backgrounds and stuff. I found something new on here to play with.
Oh my goodness. I can't.
So I want to give y'all 2 of the 4 types of distributors. I want to give that to y'all real quick. And then I'm going to head over to Danita. So Danita, give me an estimation of how many people you've enrolled this month. Work on that. The first person is a cop-out. That's the first type of distributor, a cop-out. A cop-out basically has no commitments and it just paid involvement. That's it. Like, how do you know you're committed? When you show, when it's not convenient, quitting is easy. So like, first type is a cop-out. That's somebody that was never committed from the door. They just really just a kidnapper. They just came in just to get what they wanted to get and get out. They were never committed, and that's where they left it. The second point is called holdout. And this person is committed but won't follow through, which a lot of you may be able to actually relate to. This person plays the part but afraid to become the lead. For example, they'll read, they'll go to events, they'll be on these Zooms, they'll learn all this information, they'll go to try-its and everything, but won't follow through with actually utilizing information that they actually got from it. So that's called a holdout. That's somebody that commits but won't follow through. That's like going and doing events and getting all these leads, but then you don't call the people. Or that's like doing a Host to Post and put the post out and all these people comment, but you don't message them. Or the people put the post up for you and you don't message them. So that's like half the battle. You joined, you committed, but you just really in it just to be a part, but you're not following through. So that's just 2 types real quick. I'll come back with the other ones in a little minute. That was just a brief commercial break. Let's bring it on over to Danita. Danita, tell us a bit about you. How long you been with It Works? Where you located?
Hey everybody, I'm Danita. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I've been with It Works for these 2 years. This time in July 2020. I do a lot of Host to Post as well. Host to Post work gives me a lot of customers. I also do a lot of events too. And event gets me a lot of customers and gets me networking, meeting different people. I love doing events. I also do a lot of samples, and I sell anywhere from 2 to 3 sample packs a week. And I call myself the sample girls because I always get them with the samples. And if I can get them with the samples, eventually they're going to turn into a customer. Another thing that's been working for me this month is just straight to the point, listening to them, making sure that I am, like I said, listening to them, letting them know about the different products, and just keeping them informed, doing different challenges. Like I just did the 2-day cleanse challenge, showing my results. Everybody wants to see your results so that they can see that you're using the products.
Okay, so you basically use the products, show people every day you use the products by documenting and doing lives, IGTV videos, and
Yes.
then you will put the results out there from utilizing the products to show them not only I'm using it, but I'm also putting my results out there to show you that it does work. Then I'm doing Host to Post on top of that. So I'm having people post for me, and I'm giving away free sample packs from people doing Host to Post for me. I do lives like you. I'm just acting like I'm you. I do lives once a week or something like that to give away like a 7-day sample of greens.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And you also in person as far as events and things go too. So
And I also do a lot of blitzing too. I take my cards everywhere. My daughter sometimes like, dang, mama, stop talking to people. So I do a lot of blitzing. My goal for the day, because I write down my goals, I like to do about 10 to 15 people a day. If I can blitz 10 to 15 people a day, that's good, because most of the time I get pop-up orders from people that just made up orders from my card or from my website. And I appreciate those, because that lets me know that when I'm doing my blitzing, they're not just, putting my card and just, dashing it away for, the next time.
oh, all right. Well, I like that. You basically had a lot there. Do you have a calendar?
Yes, I have it in my hand right now.
Awesome. So that
And I put everybody down. Like, I got a customer today. I got her down in my calendar, and then I got her to follow up with her 4 days prior to say, hey, Kendra, do you want to stick with this, or do you want to switch out for something else? Because I do want to give them the option, letting them know that they can keep what they have, or they can also switch out for something else that we offer as well.
perfect. Change that date to 6 days before, because they get the follow-up email from It Works 5 days before.
Right,
So you
do a 6 days.
go out.
Okay, I got you.
All right. Thank you so much, Danita. What was your estimated number of enrollments?
This month was 4, and that's kind of low, but that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm keeping planting seeds. My stories is lit, you guys. That's another thing. Keep putting stuff in the stories, because they may not be on your post or on your page, but they be in those stories. So I hit them with, like, if they keep liking it, and people keep voting on them polls, they be making you mad. But you know what? I'm like, hey, are you interested in, thank you for voting on my poll. Are you interested in my coffee? And they say yes or no, or say, no, I didn't vote in your poll. And I hit them with, did you vote by accident? Because you voted. I mean, you just didn't hit the click button. So polls are the bomb, you guys. If you can just do your coffee in the morning, yes or no, or your celery in the morning, yes or no, put an interaction post in between, but keep those polls, you guys, because those polls, that's what get them. Say how much it costs, or I'm ready right now, or maybe next Friday, because you want to get them on that calendar. That's my goal. Get these people on the calendar so I can follow back up with them. They may not say, I can't do it right now. Okay, well, what day is good for you? Let me know so that I can follow back up with you.
Exactly. All right. Thank you so much, Danita, for that. And as y'all can see, she's doing a little bit of everything, a little bit of everywhere. And that's what you got to do. You got to work every market. If you know how to do them, work them all. I want you guys to understand this too. Do not confuse the length of involvement for the length of your commitment. Okay? So don't confuse the length of your involvement for the length of your commitment. That basically means if somebody takes 6 years to go diamond versus somebody else taking 3 months to go diamond, were you committed that whole 6 years, or were you committed that whole 3 months? So don't confuse it. If you're committed that entire time, it'll happen for you. All right, back over to you, Alonda.
Okay, I had to unmute my line. Next up, we have Jackie Walters. Jackie, are you on?
I just seen her. There she is. Oh, let me unmute her. Oh, there she goes.
Okay, sorry, I had to unmute.
It's okay. Hi, Jackie.
Hey,
So
y'all.
just so you guys know, Jackie is in Virginia. She is a part of Team Volume, and Jackie is down in excess of 106 pounds, living her ketogenic life. And I want to ask her a few questions, just like I did Chantel. So, Jackie, as we discussed, you've had some higher volume months. You're consistently producing 500 plus volume per month. So I want to congratulate you and shout you out for that, because the minimum is what we like to know is the minimum is 400, but we've been pressing for 500. And you've been consistently above that mark every single month. So that's a big deal. However, with that being said, I've seen you double and almost triple that amount. So your months of higher volume, the months that you were able to produce well above 1,000, what was it that you did differently those months to get new customers?
With those months, I think that's basically when I actually put myself out there, started doing the lives and stuff and let people actually see me and like I just interacted with them, gained their trust, show them that I am a real person, I do make mistakes, I struggle like they do basically. And, when new stuff come, I tell them, but try this, see if that works, and stick with it. Just don't quit. If it don't work for you, let me know, just don't quit. Stay with it,
Okay.
be determined, and it works.
Okay. Now, um what about some of the obstacles that you had to overcome as an It Works distributor? Because for quite some time there, before you learned host to post, before you learned expanding your network, before you grew your friend list, you personally, as a distributor, was really up against it. Like, no one would order, no one would talk to you, no one. Like, I remember those months of struggle, and then you learned host to post. So can you talk about some of the obstacles, like maybe one or two of the obstacles that you had to overcome as a distributor with It Works and as a growing leader on our team? Like, what were some of the obstacles that you really feel challenged you, but now you have mastered them?
Fear. Fear of talking to people outside of my element. Basically, if I didn't talk to you daily and you wasn't in my inner circle, I didn't talk to you. It was hi, how you doing? That was it. But now it's like, I see you like, oh, hey, such, 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 so now I don't mind talking to people. I'm like what she said, my daughters be like, Mom, but no, that was one of them. So that fear, boy, I'm telling you, that'll hold you back from everything. But and my second one, was basically like self-sabotage, that negative mindset, like, well, somebody, they're not gonna want this, ain't nobody gonna buy from me, ain't nobody gonna do this, well, who gonna want this, So once I got over that and learning to hear that word no over and over and over and over and over again. So basically they're my main ones, but you're gonna hear that no. So but hey, that just makes you work harder.
Okay. And is there anything else that you want to share as far as what you had to overcome?
Embarrassment, basically, the weight, kept me back from a lot. So once I actually did lose the weight, like my confidence level went up. So I was then more able to do more, talk to people more, without letting that weight hold me back.
Okay, very good, very good. So you're saying fear, you talk to everybody now. Self-sabotage, you're done with that. Got rid of the negative mindset, the negative thinking. You got used to hearing no a million times over. And then embarrassment kind of like dissolved as the weight started to dissolve, basically.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And then last but not least, same as I asked Chantel, what advice, twofold again, what would Jackie say to brand new Jackie? What would the right now Jackie tell the brand new Jackie if you had a chance to talk to her?
I would tell her basically, stop thinking that you can't achieve it, because you can. It's achievable. It's doable. You are what you believe. Change your mindset. Trust the process. Don't lose your faith. Lawyers quit. Trust me. Just keep pushing forward. Look for that next lawyer and do what you got to do. And talk with God. And never stop praying. So. And do what you got to do. And like they say, if you don't do the work, it reflects in your paycheck. So like this month, I know I really did what I was supposed to do this month. So it'll reflect in my paycheck. So this month, I think I treated it more like a hobby than my actual job this month, but it got to get better.
Okay. And is that the same advice that you would give a distributor who's newer or a distributor who's never hit their minimum of 400 or even
Now,
came close to half of that? Would you give them that same exact advice? Would you add anything to that?
I would
Someone
add
who
to
might be
that.
feeling discouraged?
I'll tell them, just keep pushing. Don't stop. Don't quit. You know, do your host to post. Get out, talk to people. You know, you're gonna hear that no, but keep pushing. Don't quit. You know, because you're gonna hit that breakthrough point. You know, if you quit before you hit that breakthrough, then you'll never know what you can become. So just keep striving and keep pushing and move. You know, let that no and that negative be your positive to keep going forward.
Very good. Thank you so much, Jackie.
Yeah.
You didn't say back to you, friend.
Back to you, friend, at Central Location. Back to you. You're on.
Thank you, friend. All right, so Jazz, you had something to add that you put in the comments. What was that?
What I was saying is, I think the biggest thing that I had to learn is that as easy as this business is to do, it's just as easy not to do it. So your mindset is everything. Like, you can literally psych yourself out and talk yourself out of doing things so easily, when if you just do it, you have a daily routine. Okay, when I get up, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to set up my stories. I'm going to do a positive post, or I'm going to do my live. Like, have your day set up already to where you cannot talk yourself out of doing it, because just as easy as it is to do, it's easy not to do. So
Exactly.
big thing.
That self-talk be a witch, man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Distributor type number 3. Distributor type number 3 is a dropout. If you don't drop out, if you drop out of activity, you drop out of the business. Basically, activity is considered being on Zooms, coming to try it, going to the events, going to conference, doing the live streams, things like that. If you're not doing the activity, then you're going to drop out. People quit over a period of time. Most people don't quit right away. People quit over a period of time. So if you see people that just back off and next thing you know they quit, they ain't just quit on the spot. They've been quit a long time ago, but because they weren't in the moment for the ET ain't showing up in a minute. I like this one. You know, it's better than my background being all dark. So, like I said, people don't quit just in the moment. They quit over a period of time. So if someone allows themselves to isolate themselves when they get hit, then next thing you know, being back around those people that's going to help them and get them to that place they need to be, they will then isolate themselves. And guess what happens after you isolate yourself? You back up slowly until you quit, instead of bringing yourself back towards getting those people around you, the right people in your corner, in your circle, to help you with building yourself. I'm going to go back to the analogy of a boxer. When the boxer gets hit and they take those hits, what happens when the bell rings? Where they go? To their corner, right? And when they go to their corner, what happens? They got that person in their corner that's telling them what they need to do now. They got that person in their corner that's patching them up. They got that person in their corner that's now getting them back on the strive to what they need to accomplish. They got that one that put the chair under them to get them in place. So that's what you need around you. When you get hit, you're supposed to go back in that corner and then regroup yourself. And you got those people around you that is going to help you with recharging yourself, refreshing yourself, recalibrating yourself, to get back to where you need to be by regrouping. And that's what we have within this team, because this team continues to help each other. And we just talked about it when we first got on, how we're able to, as a team, be able to help one another. And we don't have that jealousy, envy, and things like that within our group. So we're able to be positive with each other and help one another, where you don't get those filtered versions of the answer. You get the full version, because that's what we give you. And just so y'all understand too, you know, you'll have those people that hold up, phone trying to ring and stuff, it's jacking up my mood. I'm on it. So just because you got those people that are in your circle doesn't mean that they're in your corner. So understand the difference between those people that are in your circle and those people that are in your corner. Please get the difference. So when you get hit and you ready to go back to that corner to regroup, Who are them people that's sitting back there that's in that regrouping section that's getting you together? You should have one of every personality technically, because you're going to need that red. You're going to need that blue to keep you laughing. You're going to need that yellow to nourish. And you're going to need that green too to give you the next steps and be like, you know, they threw 3 punches this way with this arm. So you need to da-da-da-da-da. You know, you're not able to see everything yourself. And that's like another analogy that I love, where it says you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. So you have to be able to see it from someone else's view looking at you. So that's why you're going to need those people in your corner. You're going to need those people around you, because they'll give you that bigger picture that you can't see within yourself. All right, that's number 3. Let's move on to person number 4. I had them on little cards, but I want to switch it over to this notebook so I can keep them, because these cards that end up on the floor, the dog will kick them and take them, whatever. Anyway, number 4 is all out. That's a committed person. That's a person that's committed with massive action. They're all out. They're all in. They got that Walmart mentality, which means they're always open. They're all about that energy, that mentality, the right expectations. And then also they're excited. Like, how long do you stay excited? Are you excited all the time? Are you excited maybe 2 days a week? Are you excited from the 26th to the 30th of the month? When or how are you excited? And then you have to put in change to get to what you want. So I'm gonna give another analogy for you, because this is how I learned. So I have to also teach it the same way. When you go to a soda machine, right? And in that vending machine asks for like $1.50 for you to get that soda out, right? You got to put change in to actually get that soda out, right? So if you put in 75 cents and now it wants 75 more cents, you got to be able to put that change in to get the soda out. That same thing happens with life. You got to be able to put that change in within your mindset and your body to actually have that change happen over your lifestyle, to be able to have that difference in your life. So I'm gonna keep that vending machine sitting right here. My trigger word is gonna be vending machine, for me to understand that change is what you have to do to get to where you want to be. So I had another one, but of course I can't find it. But friend, you had something to add? I see something in the comments here. Don't be writing books in the comments if you don't want to say it. You know we've recording, so it'd be nice to actually say it. Oh, you just okay. You just redoing what I said. There was another one, but of course now I can't find it on my notes. It was awesome. But anybody have any questions? I'll take one question before we close, because the corporate call is about to come on in a minute.
Yes, can you put those 4 things in the on the page? Like,
I guess I can type.
huh?
I just want to add really quick. I'm sorry, I was muted. Really quick, my favorite analogy that relates directly to our business, guys, is we watch these babies crawl over to the coffee table. We watch them crawl over to the couch. They crawl. Some of them scoot with one leg. They can't even crawl yet. They scoot. But when they reach the couch or they reach the coffee table, they pull up and they look around to see who's watching them. Just like in the beginning, we look around to see who's judging us, because we have these home-based businesses. Those babies are looking around to see, was anybody going to see what I'm about to do? And they cruise back and forth across the front of that couch until they get to the end one of the times, and they don't go back the opposite direction. They get the courage to let go. And when they let go, they take a step, a half a step. Some even take 2 the first time they let go, but they fall down. And those babies do not, some of them hurt themselves, their knee or their arm when they fall down. They may cry or pout for a minute, stick their bottom lip out. They look around and see who saw me fall, who's going to pick me up, who's going to tell me it's going to be okay. Best believe they get back up. They crawl right back over to that same couch they just fell down from. Or they crawl back over to the coffee table where they almost hit their head on the corner. We scream at them, tell them, don't do that. Just like when they crawl over to an electric socket. We tell them, don't touch it. We slap their hand. They're determined. They don't care that they just got slapped. They don't care that they just fell down. They are determined to do what it is they want to do. Whether it's touch the electric socket that they shouldn't be touching, or master how to walk. And we have to master this. And the only way we're going to master it is by falling down and getting back up over and over and over and over again. Over again, no matter who judges us. You know, I think so many times we don't push, or we don't make our push public. We make our push private because we don't want to be criticized, or we don't want to be judged publicly. So we keep things private when we fall short. And we need to get away from that. I feel like just as much as we want to be praised publicly, we also need to be authentic and real in front of other people when we're going after a goal and we may have fallen short of that goal. Because we're not here to be judged by humans. We're not here to meet their demands. We're not here to meet their needs. Human people don't have a heaven or hell to put us in, y'all. So we need to be working according to what God has for us. And let that be it. And when you fall short, the only person you owe an explanation to is him. You know, Lord, I was trying and I fell short, but I'm going to try a little bit harder. I'm going to do this again, and I'm going to meet goal. Like, we have to speak from conviction, because, you know, the one thing that we have as humans, we believe whatever we tell ourselves. And sometimes it's fortunate and sometimes it's unfortunate. Like, we need whatever you tell yourself, whatever I tell myself, whatever Krista tells herself, you know, whatever Mom Mel tells herself, Chantel, Jackie, Jasmine, Danita, like, we're telling ourselves what we believe. And it starts with belief, guys. Those babies believe that they can walk. They see everybody else walking. So in their minds, even though they're not verbal yet, they're blah, 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 a bunch of babble. They thinking, well, if they can move their legs like that and walk, I could do it too. Even if I have to fall down 100 times. My mommy can walk. My big sister can walk. My daddy can walk. I'm going to walk too. They emulate what they see. And there's been some great examples put in front of us, y'all. We have Ambassador Diamonds who invite us. Mom Mel invites us into her home. She loves on us like we're her own bloodline. The Rusty even flew here to Jersey, gave us his time. You know, was so transparent about how it was back in the beginning where they were working 18 hours out of 24 hours. We have some great examples in front of us, just like these babies had examples in front of them. We have to emulate the behaviors to get to that point. So that's what I wanted to add, Carissa.
I agree. Great way to end it. So on that note, guys, be ready for Black Friday. That's coming Friday. Of tonight. Yes, I do know a lot of the stuff that's happening Friday already, but I got to shut up about it. So the means will be coming up and adding them to Lion Chaser's photo album. So it's going to be an album there. I'm going to start adding graphics to it. The graphics that are there now are like your pre-graphics put up, like what's to come. Ooh, the suspense. You know, comment an emoji if you want to be one of the first ones. That starts building your list. I'm going to tell you different list areas to work on, because that will be the areas that's going to be focused on, and you can make your own assumptions. The beauty skincare line is going to be a section. Section. Stop laughing at me, Rhonda.
You trying too hard. You trying too hard. Just drop the juice. Ain't they telling us in about 10 minutes anyway? Just drop it.
Oh, you got BOGOs that's going to have, and also carb control. All right, so you're going to have some BOGOs, because I know somebody else that already told it. So you're going to have BOGO for carb control. You're going to have BOGO for the wraps. You're going to have BOGO for the facials, BOGO for the defining gel, BOGO for the Beauty Works line, the whole collective. BOGO for hair, skin, and nails. I'm not sure which one. If it's old or new, it might be old because it needs to go. Lip and eye cream. I said facials.
Yeah.
I believe all of them, but there are going to be some other nuggets.
Woo, 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 woo.
Please say coffee.
No.
At all. Coffee was it. I think because it's doing so well, or it might be some Cyber Monday. Because Cyber Monday is December 1st, which is the first of the month. So get through completing this month. This ends on Sunday. So for all of you guys that like to be last minuters that wake up on the 25th, that's tomorrow. So it's time to wake up tonight. They got an announcement that's going to be happening tonight as well. I already start seeing posts about that, so I know something's coming. It got to be something distributor based that's happening too. They haven't announced it, but that got to be what's happening tonight. Either that or they're going to start everything early because they're already asking us if we're prepared for it. So just look out for that. Keep Time Hop. If you guys don't have Time Hop downloaded, you've been in the business over a year, make sure you have that downloaded. That's the app that shows you all the things that you posted in the past. And today we actually had Black Friday last year. And I was able to look, and I remember seeing Fat Fighters for $18. The wraps was like 50% off or something like that. It was like 40 something. I don't know what the sale was, but I know everything was discounted, extra 10% off whatever it was originally. Yeah, it's Alonda's fault that I let this stuff out. I held it for so long. I held it for like it's her freaking fault. I did good.
You was basically giving it away. Contour, beauty and skin. You was giving it away anyway. You might as well just say what it is.
Pouring up for a little while. How about that? We'll see what happens on this call.
Friend, at any minute, ET is coming by right in the background. And she goes small.
All right, guys. So thank
all
y'all.
right, we gotta go.
Thank y'all for taking time out to get on. Thank y'all for being that fourth type of distributor, that all in, that's putting it all in. Don't give up, y'all. Just know that the time is now. I hope y'all listen to that video that I sent y'all, because that song, whew, I only can make it through like 30 seconds, and I'm like, oh. So that song is amazing. So if you really all in, that song will hit you hard, and it will let you know that it is your season. It is time. Just listen to it to keep you reminded. Keep triggers around you. If there's something that stands out that actually stands out to you, where you like, yeah, that's it, then you keep that trigger. Like I said, vending machine is my trigger, because I'm like, yeah, you're right. I got to make a change, and that's going to make a whole bunch of stuff filter. So keep triggers around you. It don't have to be a whole page of stuff like I went over today. It could be just a key word that triggers something to make it all come back. So thank you, guys. We're going to attempt to do this again next Sunday. That's in. We'll work it out so that we can get an actual date every week to be the same. Or maybe we'll just do it bi-weekly. That way it's not weekly. We can just do every 2 weeks, and that'll make it a little easier, because I don't like to do too much where, you guys got to take time out. I like to do stuff where you're on the run and can watch back and listen to it, like the lives and stuff. But all right, enjoy your night, guys.
Bye.
Good night.